Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 8 of Hell's Paradise. Super excited. It's called Student and Master. No idea what this episode is going to be out, but we about to learn today. Let's do it. 気力もなかった。That's one thing I really can't ever seem to wrap my head around. And to be honest, it should be a concept that you shouldn't be able to wrap your head around, to be perfectly honest, because what is the purpose? Like, even if you live in the slums and stuff like that, like, I get it. Sometimes, accidents happen. There's a lot of kids that are born that probably weren't planned. I get that. But, like, why have a child if you don't plan on feeding or taking care of it? Like, if that was never the intent to begin with, why even go through the process? It just seems so weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess time and location preventative measures might not have been in place, but it's always weird to me where it's just like, yeah, I had this kid and I don't give a shit about them. I don't care if they live or die. Just blows my mind that people could even think like that at all. Now we're getting some backstory on the dude with his I don't know if he got his eyes slashed or whatever, but he clearly can't see. Those are scars over his eyes or whatever, but I'm not really sure who this guy with the yellow hair is. Like, for some reason, he doesn't look like a character that I recognize. Maybe I could just be forgetting. It's very possible. A lot of the characters thus far in this show have been kind of throwaway because they've just kind of disposed of half the cast already. So, for whatever reason, this dude, he's not looking familiar to me at all.
やっぱり婿になってくれ。
いろいろと少々っす。婿だなんだもん。
Oh man, chivalrous one. But yeah, now all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, you're a woman? Yeah, I have to protect you now. Like, now I can't let anything happen to you." I mean, I get it.
でも珍しいことだ。
お前らの仕業か？
男になった。
化け物っす。逃げましょう。
Oh wow, so can they all just transform from male to female? That's interesting. Like, what's the purpose though? Like, I wonder what the I'm curious as to what the reasoning for it is. Not that there really needs to be some kind of explanation, but it's such a weird detail. Then again though, they thus far, from what we've seen, they all turn male when they're getting ready to fight. So maybe their male forms is just their battle form, I guess. Huh.
へえ、よく動くな。人間のくせに。
So that must have been how she survived the purge. When all those people were killing themselves, she is very, very nimble. Abnormally so. To be so young, and just kind of supposedly be just a regular civilian. She is very, very nimble. Yeah, good luck getting away from him. Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah, that is absolutely terrifying. It's something about his, like, just kind of aloof attitude, man, and this force that is stronger than you. It's freaking horrifying, man. I would be running too, because that's creepy.
匂いや音で見てるらしいっす。
Wow, your other senses are heightened when you lose one. He's got like cross slashes across his eyes. He got like one big slash across the middle and then two down each one. So I don't know if it was like intentional or what's going on with him, but I'm very interested to know because I don't think he's said a word since the show began, and I would imagine we're a little over halfway through it at this point.
今まで聞いたことのない音と気配でな。さすがに盲目の私一人では限界があると思い、同じく帰路につくものを探していた。
Wow, that's crazy. This dude's his senses are so heightened he can tell the current of the water. That's nuts, man. But he also realized that there is no current that leads out, and the only one that does leads towards danger. So that's very interesting that he was able to really pick up on that. Talking about the limitations of a blind man, like most people with all of their senses fully intact couldn't figure that out. But you know, that's anime for you.
先生は自分に剣を教えてくれたじゃないですか。無頼で無宿人だった自分を、
Okay.
拾う義理のない自分を拾ってくれたのは。
All right, so we have confirmed that that is indeed him. For whatever reason, I went through the whole cast in my head of who this character could be. Never even crossed my mind that it was him. And even when they showed him on the screen, it didn't immediately click. But now it makes sense. So, there you go. Everything's coming together nicely.
ちょってよくわかりましたね。
わかるよ。目利きは得意だ。
好きっすね、そういう冗談。
This man just said, I have a good eye for evaluating people. You are blind, sir. But he immediately found out that she was female. I mean, I guess she's given off a presence that says that. He can probably hear her voice a lot better than he can, or you know, make it out a lot better. Like, so he's listening for subtle things to dictate whether the person he's talking to is male or female. So, huh.
ら殺そう。
どうする？逃げるべき。だが、いや、ここしかない。
Oh man, dude, got him real good. You know what? Something told me as soon as he showed up on screen that he was probably going to be dying at some point. He doesn't really have a point to be here on the island anymore, and this guy needs a motivation to be better. Although I don't think he's going to make it either. For some reason, like I feel like he's definitely going to die at some point. This dude is on his way out. This girl, she's going to be around for a while. I can tell just based off her character. She's probably going to be around for a bit. Ooh. Well, looks like I was right. Looks like I was right.
もしできたら、お前が辞めるのを認めよう。
I like that. I want to quit. I want my freedom back. Okay, you can have your freedom back, but only if you can defeat me. I'll allow you to quit if you can actually defeat me. Like, or I could just leave. Although, I guess he could just kill you. You did technically commit a crime when he found you. You beat up other samurai, so I guess your life is kind of in his hands right now. I don't know if you have the luxury to just leave. I feel like that's kind of the dynamic here.
しかし、振り上げた刀をシオンはなかなか打ち下ろさなかった。
まさか。
ああ、シオンは気づいたんだ。目の前の罪人が鉄心だとな。
Oh, wow. So he neglected his student, so to speak, and he ended up being the one up under the sword. Yeah, that'll do it. That could have been an outcome he could have controlled. I mean, but then again, you know, if people don't want to change, they're not gonna. You only can do so much. But you only can say stuff like that when you've done all you can. You know what I mean? If you didn't do enough, or you didn't put forth the effort and didn't exhaust all your options, then you can't really say, oh well, you know, you can only do so much. You know, that's reserved for people who actually tried. I know a lot of people, myself included sometimes, who will piss and moan about the outcome of something and use, oh well, you know, you only can do so much to justify the means. But at the end of the day, I didn't, or they didn't put forth the effort. So it didn't work out. mostly because of that reason.
まだ脇が甘いぞ。
もう一回もう一回
My man's working hard. He ain't trying to become another statistic. I feel him, man. Especially, I mean, he ain't got what else could he be doing with his life right now? This is the best thing for him, to be better in himself. Because, I mean, he's inevitably going to end up under the blade. Somebody's blade, even if it's not his sensei's. It's going to happen at some point. You know, so this is the best case scenario for him. Although he is currently in a forest on a remote island with 4 holes in his chest at the moment. So maybe maybe not.
いるのか。
絶対させね
Bro,
え俺が死んでも二人は逃がす
bro, he just straight up he said, homeboy said, I'm throwing all this samurai shit out the window. Time to whip out the street urchin. I'm about to beat your ass. My boy like, nope. That's it. You about to get these hands. I mean, he did beat the shit out of those freaking samurai or whatever when he's out on the street. So maybe this is his best way to fight. Maybe this is what he should have been doing all along. Throw that sword down and throw them boots. Oh my god. I can't believe he just straight up, now he about to start curb stomping them. Oh my god.
カメこれが天座の望みだ
Man, like, how does this show make you care about characters in such a short time frame, man? Like, we don't know nothing about these characters. We haven't spent any substantial amount of time. We probably had a maximum of 2 episodes worth of time with this particular character, and like, somehow they make you care every enemy except for with the exception of the weapons dude. I keep calling him Gilgamesh, so that's what I'm gonna keep calling him. Like, they didn't really give a backstory about him at all, really. I mean, I guess they did, but it was very short, and who cares? Like, it was like whatever. But man, and like her reaction, I guess she's seen probably how good of a person he was, so, you know, having somebody genuinely protect her life and care about her, even if it was short-lived, you know, because she's had nobody, I would imagine, after all this time. So it might seem like her reaction is a little extreme. It's like, well, you barely knew him, but, you know, situation's probably quite different for her. That's crazy, man. It's a crazy situation. So I would imagine this dude, like, he's blind and now he can't really talk all that well, so I don't think he's gonna last very long. I know she's gonna make it though. I feel like she has to after all this. Okay, so I watched the scene. It was basically him finally striking his master and then requesting that he continue to train under him, which we all could have assumed happened, but you know, they showed it, so we got to see it. There's 2 ways that you can look at this. You can look at this as he chose this lifestyle and it still ended up getting him killed. So at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. Or you can choose to go the route of he was able to better himself and become the type of person who could save somebody who he cared about. And he successfully did so. It cost him his life, but he did protect the person he wanted to protect. So there's that angle too. Either way, like I said, man, 2 episodes, if that. And I I really care about this character all of a sudden. Oh man, it's a real talent to be able to take a very short, and like we experienced this with Oshi no Ko, the first episode of that, where, but although they had like a whole hour and 30 minutes, but still, you know, just the ability to be able to tell a very short story and have you resonate with the character and care about what happens to them, even though you haven't spent that much time with them, is very, very amazing thing to be able to do. So it's probably just going to fly under the radar for a lot of people, which is kind of sad because this show is really good. Like, it is absolutely worthy to be in the ranks of some of these other much more popular shows. So hopefully these videos pique at least one person's interest to check this show out, because it's absolutely worth watching. And if I'm wrong about it becoming popular, good, because it should. It's a really good show, and it has some very good solid themes and really good storytelling, so hopefully it goes somewhere. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.